Hello, I am Evernoob, and welcome to my newest hardcore survival series, Erok Draw, the Viking-inspired one. Given my, my what? What am I saying? Given my, unluckiness with the last few survival series, we're gonna see how long this one goes, but I haven't been doing much. I'm just trying to basically get going on this world. There's a few things I've been doing I just want to kind of show at the beginning here, the first half of the video, to show, kind of catch up, because I'm doing a lot off camera to kind of get back to where I was in the previous world before I died. But yeah, I got my little Viking house kind of set up and done. You know what? I think those need to stick out one more. Now that I'm looking at it, yes they do. Okay. Perfect. And perfect. Okay. But yeah, I didn't do much besides get set up and build a little fish house back there in the last episode. But yeah, as you can see, kind of these V-shaped roofs. I didn't actually want to bring the whole thing down to the dirt on each side, so just going with this for now, but not too much. And just kind of... Oh, I did finally get a pup. So we'll have to find a name tag and get him a name as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run around today and go over some of the things I've found and been doing in the background between episodes, and even that I just kind of omitted from the very first episode, because I was literally just like, oh, I don't even know what to do. This isn't adding on to the previous hardcore world, which I died. So I think we'll do a little bit of exploring this episode. If I figure out something along the way, we'll go with that. But yeah, I do want to kind of like go around and show what all I've got going on. So let's get into the episode. I've been doing a lot of getting just the preamble, getting started stuff off camera. But I want to go venture over, hang on. Oh, boating is very difficult on ice. It's actually, I have found, much easier to go in F5. It feels like you got a little bit more control, whereas when you're like in first person view, you just run into everything. But yeah, I want to go over to this village. Oh! I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing a lot of stuff in the background, but I kind of want to explore this episode of this new world, since this really is the first. I mean, all I did in this world previously is basically hang out at my base, and kind of, I've been over here before, and I got enough stuff basically to, hang on, let's get out of this view. I brought over I made a bunch of workstations and brought them over, and I've scattered them around this village, but I kind of wanted to look what else is around here. That was kind of like my preliminary reason for being over here, was just trading with some of these guys. Yeah, none of them are really leveled up or anything, just trading what I can. There's a mending librarian somewhere around here, but I kind of wanted to venture just a little bit further and see what all is around here, but I don't really know which way. Well, that's a way. There am a portal, an old abandoned portal. In fact, I'm going to leave this, I think, and we'll light it later, because this might be handy in the future if I pay attention here. And I also do want to, I think I'm going to make this portal, light it, but not go through. So let's figure out coordinates. That's not the right button. This is at -490, -619. I have nothing to write that down with. Well, let's see what's in the chest. Not much, but not terrible, I guess. There we go. And then, do I have flint and steel? Yes. Okay. And we'll deal with this another time. We're just going to leave that for now, I think. But I did want to make it. I mean, I should be well far away from my other one where it would sync up, but I also don't want to go through and find them over a lava lake with a gas shooting at me, so I'd like to get a little bit more prep before doing that. So, oh yeah, exploring. That was the goal. Fool. I'm just running around aimlessly after getting distracted. So this way, it looks like mainly ocean that way. Nothing particularly stand out. I'm just kind of looking for anything that kind of catches the eye. I better go back and sleep quick. But yeah, like straight up this way. Yeah, there's like snowy hills there, but I'm pretty sure further past that it goes into like a birch, oak forest stuff. It looks like this might go to another ocean this way. And I've got too much stuff on me. You know what? I'm going to drop off this chest. These eggs I actually need to bring back home to make the next type of chicken. But, let's see, I'm just going to put this bad boy down here. We'll come back for it. We'll keep most of our goodies. And I should probably be keeping my shield on me like a smart. As I tend to not have it on me in all my encounters where my series have ended. So, let's head out this way. And just see, kind of make a loop back home. I just find it's easier to go along the shoreline when adventuring. You can kind of cover more distance and see more, you know, out of the periphery of what's all around. Yeah, here's kind of the oak and birch forest, I think, starting. Wait a minute. Is that a ship? That one seems... This seems doable. Maybe we can get lucky with some goodies here. This might be a decent find. And I've got my fire aspect sword ready in the water in case something happens. Look at that. There's a chest right there. Can I reach it from here? No. Aha! Treasure map. What else we got in here? Is there another chest? Yes. More paper, potatoes, all good stuff. And I'm guessing there isn't a treasure chest, looking by the way this thing's kind of blown apart. It would be up in here somewhere, I think. Well, we found something. Where's this at? It looks like north and east. Which way am that? East is that way, north that way. So it's probably right back where I came from, but... Okay, there I'm coming into view. There's lights down there. Is that a drowned ruins? Okay, it is, but I'm going to go past it because some guys can have tridents and that could wreck my series. I'm going to grab this kelp too. Oh boy, it's going to be in the middle of the water, isn't it? Looks like directly under my boat. Really? Down here somewhere. I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to need better gear, I think, to find this treasure. Because if I'm looking at this right, it's going to be buried in stone somewhere. Which I don't even want to mess with that. So we'll keep this handy. It's kind of a bummer. And we'll just keep exploring. Look at all this leaf litter. Wonderful. I chose a very bad time to disembark for my safety. Okay, I'm going to head back to the village, I think, to sleep. Because I believe it'll be safer. I'm like super, super tense after the last few. I want to be like extra careful this time. If and when possible. Alrighty, I think I'm just going to head home. There really wasn't too much to see out there. Stop it. Oh. Oh my goodness. That almost got me. I'm kind of turning the area around my base here. I've been planting these big spruces, kind of turning it into an old taiga and just coming over here, chopping down trees and adding these. Yeah, there's still some here that need to grow. Just slowly creating my own little custom habitat here, but alrighty, I think for now I'm going to cut out and figure out the next step in the plan. And figure out the next stage of Arok Draw, this new world we are in. So I will see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so I have started work on a project kind of over that way. But first I want to show this. Since we're looking more to explore in this world, I've been doing my usual 100 by 100 by 3 block squares of mining. I just started this one, and this one's a little bit more complete, but as you can see, my pick my pickaxes are kind of patoots McGubbins right now, but this one's a little further along. Down there, there's a place where it kind of opens up, but I wanted to show this off. I was just doing some lighting up and exploring, and bada boom, look at that. We have a lush cave right in here. This might be something... I don't really see a great spot anywhere in here, but... So I did some strip mining. A lot of this is sort of spaghetti caves, or whatever they're called, noodle caves. Like this stuff where it's just like a crack. But I did follow this one all the way down, and I found down here, bada boom, we have an amethyst geode. So I've stolen some amethyst from there, and I just realized now I can make a spyglass. So let's go back up and make a spyglass, and then I can show you what else I've been working on. How does one make spyglass? Okay, we can do it. Haha. But let's go up top and kind of show what I've been working on. Is it daylight? Just snowy? So I realize I'm going to need a tree farm early, and so that's what this building here is. It's quite the build, but it's mainly just a lot of empty space right now. Yeah, that's kind of the look. There's going to be more on this side here. This is all just kind of where I left off. I bought some, what is this, pale oak from the watering trader, as well as some cherry blossom there and some mangrove propagules. But I've got a variety of the wood here. But yeah, this part is going to be some big something or another structure, but I don't know what yet. So right now I've just got this first part kind of built. And this is the kind of log storage area. And I haven't really fully thought this out entirely yet. I want to have this spot have a bunch of different floating logs in it. Kind of like the area I'm from used to like float logs down the river to the sawmill. And so I want to like kind of have that coming out of here. So once I get like the roof on this and we don't have to worry about it freezing over and such, because a lot of these, if I break them, they'll return to ice, and it all depends on where there's a roof or not. So I need to finish off this building first before I do any of that. But that is the start of the sawmill, or the logging thing. I've just been kind of planting trees outskirts of here. For the time being, it's kind of like plopped in here, and then I've just been changing up the look on the inside by adding, we got logs stacked up on each side. But it's a start, and I still need to organize this and figure out how I want things to be in each of these. I think the first things I'm going to focus on is going to be getting that log farm done, and then I do want to come over here and start working on the village. Oh my gosh. That could have been the end of my series, just suffocating in dirt. Goodness gracious, noob. But yeah, I think these villagers, I'm going to try to... I think they're much more handy... Oops, excuse me, bear. In hardcore. But right now their village is so like haphazard and upsy-downsy. I think I want to like level this kind of out and figure out a style for them, because like some of these guys I've traded with, and their trades are locked because they can't get back to their house, or they're not sure where to go. This is my mending guy. One thing I want to do is kind of clean up this area and level it out and make it like, figure out a style for it. Maybe that won't be this episode, but it's going to be on the more pressing needs of things to get done. That way we can get these guys kind of situated. And there's, I think, 2 or 3 dimwits. The green, those guys. There's a few of them running around. So I might try to, yeah, there's 3 already I can see in my view. But I might try to steal them and eventually maybe make them the villager breeder, or make the iron farm. Okay. Well, I think I might just continue forth working on Viking timber station hunt thing. The next step will be building up this stuff and figuring out where to go from here. So let's do some pondering, and I'll come back once I have an idea and have figured out more of how this all ties into this world. So I will be back in a bit. Hello. I am over at the village, and I've kind of started taking on a pretty big project. I am actually trying to clear out this area because I have a plan for this area. As you can see there, got some azalea trees. I actually, hang on, before I go down there, I went kind of that way a ways and found a shipwreck that had a treasure map, and I found that treasure. I can show you what I got from there. I did get a moss block out of there, but oh, here's the actual treasure. Heart of the Sea, prismarine. Some of this is from fishing, so not all of it. There's a treasure map. I fished up an nautilus shell. But yeah, I've gotten some things here and done a little bit more exploring. It's basically ocean that whole way. I also went through that nether portal and almost died. Not right away. It comes out right at the edge of like the nether wastes. You know what? I could probably I should bring some gold. Do I have any gold around here? Because I almost died because I popped through and just kind of wandered around. There's another fortress really close, but is there gold? Because yeah, I went through here, but as I was coming back, there was a piglin with a crossbow near me, and that almost took me out. So I'm just gonna bring this with. I just want to show, because it's kind of a cool location. It's like right on the corner of a warped forest and a... Okay, no piglins around. Yeah, kind of right here is all nether waste. So there's the baby piglin. But we got warped forest and basalt right here. And then up there, obviously, this is another fortress. So I got the achievement just by walking over here. Oh! Oh, don't do that. We'll explore this once I get a little bit more gear. I made myself... this is what happened last time. Why skeleton? Go away. Yeah, last time I was admiring the area and just started getting shot upon, and I saw there was a piglin up there with... Okay, I'm just gonna head back. We're gonna throw this on the ground. He's gonna run at me. We'll throw that there. You leave me alone. And we'll figure out what he traded me later. But yeah, that's the other side of things. I don't like going there right now because I don't have much. Yeah, like I said, I've been trying to grind out this area because what I want to do is I want to build like a river through here, kind of section this off, and we'll have it like kind of come through here and cut, well, maybe like that. I got the idea for like an Italian style village. So like if that river's cutting like right through there, this whole area will be kind of the main village, and we'll kind of like cut that area there in half, and we'll have like a vineyard on this side, and then like farming, maybe a little fishing dock on that side. But this is going to be a project I'm working on in the background. We'll get back to the wood lumber storage area I originally showed, I think, the last clip. But I just wanted to come over here, and this is kind of what I've been doing. And like I said, it's been slow going because all my tools are like perpetually down, and I don't have a great source of XP right now. So that is the plan for this area. Ooh, I fished up these two bows back to back. Power 4 on breaking, Power 4 on mending, which is better than my Power 1 bow. So I wanted to make them into a super bow. That's right. I got just enough iron for this. So let's see if I can actually do this. There we go. We got Power 5 bow. And, ooh, I need to make a grindstone and disenchant the other bow and then add that to repair a little bit more. Yeah, this is what I've been kind of working on in the background, and just decided to cut in here to kind of give an update on the little bit of exploring and grinding I've been doing. But there we go, and I'm down to 6 XP. Wonderful. Oh my god. Thank you, Iron Golem. I was not paying attention. You saved my keister there. So yeah, I'm just going to keep grinding away on this in the background, and then I think the rest of our focus will be spent back home. But I'm just going to get to some more of this before I go there, and I'll see you guys in a bit and bring you up to speed with what's been happening back home there as well. So I will see you in just a bit. Well, this is the logging facility still coming together. I need to figure out which wood I want to use to like kind of go up the side here and wrap around and do like the Viking thing on the top. Yeah, I've just been kind of slowly growing trees and doing all that jazz. Yeah, I haven't figured out exactly. Need to fill in this whole side of the build on each end. But I need to do a bunch more resource gathering, and it was going so slowly because I have absolutely nothing for XP, really. Yeah, it's just been slow. So, I've been fishing, and then going all the way over there and trying to trade what little I can with the villagers. But, as you can see, these two are fully mended up, and that is because, bada boom, I made a tiny little monster farm. Or mob, what are they called? Mob grinder? I don't know what this is. Just a little 2x2 area up there. It's not the most efficient, but occasionally got stuff come down, and I just kind of go down here and sit. Got a little area under here and just kind of wait. This thing is not efficient at all. However, it is another source of XP, so it has proven handy, and that's why my shovel and axe are actually fully mended up. But this is only temporary. Once I get a better system for XP, I'll probably just tear this whole thing down. I just needed something because it was so slow going trying to get things done in this episode. But I think the next thing I want to do, or maybe this will be in the next episode, I'm not sure, because I need to start building a storage area for like all the blocks, stone, and all that. So we're gonna have to kind of map out a place. I'm thinking maybe against this hill will be good. We'll just do like a dug-in thing like at the mine, and maybe we'll even connect it to my mine shaft area. But I mean, something like right here would probably be a good location for it. But it is coming together, so yeah. I think the next big thing is to figure out the roof on this guy. I do like this kind of pattern I've settled on for the, what are they, the crenellations? That's not a thing. That's for castles, right? What am these? We're like I'm going slab stair every other. I even do it on the roof here. Kind of hard to see from afar, but it does stand out when they contrast against each other, like different blocks and whatnot, but not crenellations. Balustrades? Is that a word? That's another castle thing, right? Dubenports? That's not even a word. What is my brain? I like them. That's what I'm trying to say. That is all I'm trying to say is I like these. Brain got so confused by its own lack of logic that now I need to figure out what I was going to say. I think what I might do, since I've got a fully repaired shovel, I think I'm going to head back to that village and keep just kind of digging out that area. I'm finally starting to get to stone on this thing, and I want to keep bringing this down all the way down to that level there. Or a good chunk of this. It's going to rise up because these are going to be like kind of really small mountains in the background, but first things first is just getting all this dirt ripped away down to basically wherever I'm running into stone, I'm just leaving it, which is kind of creating this natural nice look up here. But yeah, so I'm going to continue on just toiling away. This might not be the best thing to be starting my world out with, so I'm going to continue just working on this and see where I end up after a decent chunk. It is the main goal for the time being, so we're just going to keep plugging away at it and hopefully see some progress here after some time. So I will be back in a bit once I've done some more work. Well, there we have it. Yet again. Oh man, I am so bad at hardcore. Just looking at my little house in Spectator. What happened was, I came through that portal. I was just trying to get some netherrack. Right now I'm looking for the piglins, but yeah, I came through there. There was one. I thought I could take him. Turns out there was a second one with an enchanted sword, and I got stuck in that corner. But just kind of spectating. What could have been? Oh, the log cabin, the fish house. All I've been doing is terraforming the village, and I just came back and was like, you know what? Why don't I try digging down to Nether and try getting some stuff? Why don't I don't know why I was hoarding diamonds. I had 37 diamonds. I could have made diamond armor and been much better off. So next world, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna focus. So what have I learned? Well, I need to not hoard all the stuff I get so enthusiastically. Just get prepped and as safe as possible and not take so many dumb chances. I think the pace I go is fine. There'll just be a point. The last 2 worlds, I'm just like, yeah, I got this, and I just charge. And yeah, I was swinging. I didn't even have a sword. I was swinging at him with an axe because I didn't want to. I was trying to get to level 30 for my sword, or to enchant my sword, and oh man. But I'm gonna hop out of this. I'm gonna load up a new world, and I'll come back, and we're just gonna look at it, and then we'll move on. So, oof, hardcore is pretty hardcore, it turns out, especially for one ever noob. Alright, I'll see you in just a second. Alright, so I've made a world. All I did was click on it and immediately leave, so it'd be kind of preloaded and wouldn't have to assemble. But this one will be called Erdogan. And all it is now I try, backwards, with a fancy little apostrophe there. Let's actually go in here and see what it looks like. Oh! Okay, so we got a village right here. Stone Shore. Okay. Oop. That looks like snowy mountains. Is this like... Or not mountains, but is this, that's the bad snow, right? I think it is. What all do we have this way? Okay. Kind of wide open here. Donkeys. And then on that side is village. Well, I'm gonna head over there. But I'm not gonna really do anything. I'm just gonna end the episode. And then I don't think I'm gonna come back. I'll work off camera and see how far I can get. I want to try to learn and incorporate from the previous world. So I was liking the idea of what I was clearing out for on my previous world was like an Italian village on the edge, like with a river flowing through it. I mean, we've got this big river here. It is something. And then I also kind of like the, I don't know if I ever really gave it a name, Recycle Punk, that I was going for in the Better Still in the Mesa Valley, which I think could incorporate. I don't think it worked well in necessarily the taiga I was in, but maybe we could do it somewhere over there. I'm gonna have to explore the world a bit, but I'm just gonna clear out some of this. I'm just looking for a bed. Brilliant. This is all we need. This will be Noob Island. For the time being, I'm going to do the unthinkable and not end an episode with fishing. Maybe this will be a change for our hardcore world. Maybe I'm treating it too much like my regular world. I need to be more serial. So, I will see you in the next one, and we'll see what I get up to in this world. So, man, that was a short-lived Viking episode, wasn't it? Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. So, I had a bit of a thinks, and that last world, I didn't die or anything, but while exploring it, it was kind of boring. It was a lot of the same sort of that same, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the big hills or groves, is that what they're called? It was that for a long ways, stone shores and whatnot. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to start a new world. And we've got the red sand in a desert here with these new, whatever these are. As you can see, I've just done some super basic, this is all I have. But looking around, we've got a coral reef next to this cool little desert outcropping village. We've got some jungle over there. And then this looks like it might be that same kind of grove. Not sure, really. But I think this is the world I want to start on. This is where I spawned, just right in this little area, and I took down like 2 trees right there. So I haven't really looked around too much. This was just all periphery, but I think I'm liking this world better. So let's head over to this village. This is sort of a weird, like, village thing that's just... Oh, and another portal. Ooh, can I make a bucket? Guys, I'm moving in. Okay, good. I just want to get rid of this lava for the villagers' safety. Is there any more? Okay, so we've got a portal here. You know what? I always need armor. So we'll start with... Oh! I did it again! Just threw on the armor, didn't even look. I saw it was enchanted, figured it was Curse of Binding. Oh, man. I did... Well, you know what? That's how I started my good series of hardcore. Where I was building and building. Ooh, camel. We got lots of goodies around here. Okay. There we go. Our second advancement already. Look at that. Well, actually, it's probably a few more, but... Okay. Well, this is a good little spot, I think, to hunker down in for the time being. You know, maybe I'll build myself up a little hut on this little spot here. Kind of glancing around, seeing what's around. Oh, wow, look at that. I'm thinking I should set up shop on one of these, like, stony areas. Kind of off away from the village, but still close enough to get over there when once trading and all that becomes relevant. Are those that's the new pigs over there. Okay. I think I'm just going to go right... Well, I'll start off in here. Might move in just a bit, but to start with, just doing some basics. I want the ability just to row over to that village come nighttime, because I don't have a bed. Now that I've kind of got a seed I like, I think I'm going to cut out here, and then now is what I'll spend some time getting some stuff together and figuring out the next part of this world. The other part of starting over is I called the last world, what was it, Erdowin? Now I try backwards. Well, I think I shouldn't just claim to be trying. I should actually focus on getting better at the game, and then maybe in the future we can do a real try-hard world, but for the time being I haven't been too successful with a hardcore world, so I think I shouldn't be so braggadocious in naming one. Rather, we'll figure out the name of this world as we go. As I don't necessarily have any significant plan in mind, but as I said, I did like the concept of like the recycle punk, whatever build style I had kind of imagined for Better Still, which is also in a Badlands biome. So maybe we'll work something with that. I am not sure, but so I'm going to focus up and see what all I can get done here. And then, yeah, I'll come back once I have, I don't know, something or anything to show for it. Let's get started on this new adventure. Well, here we are. Recycle Punk is back. But I don't have much of a plan. To explain what I mean by recycle punk, this is kind of a nonsense term I'm using. But it's just like literally just throwing together kind of the bits and bobs that you don't need. This is like almost going into a build without any materials or design in mind, is the idea. And so, yeah, I've just been farming up. I do have some random stuff. I cleared out this whole area of trees, as you can see, and it's kind of like my makeshift house. But as for the style, it's going to evolve. This is just kind of a temporary setup. My bed's sitting on top of that stack of bamboo, or scaffolding rather. But yeah, there isn't too much really around here. These two villagers, there was actually three. I'll show the other one in just a second. But they were wandering around up there. There's something with the villagers pathfinding from that village where they just kind of wandered up there and got stuck. So I brought these guys over here. And we'll have to sort out what to do with them in a bit. But yeah, I've just been resource gathering. Like I said, there's no real plan for this world yet, but I do like the layout. We've got the desert and then Badlands that way. This is a tiny little jungle area just on the edge, and then this is kind of like forest and kind of this same thing. There's like a sparse jungle there, jungle in there. But yeah, I had 3 villagers, and apparently a drown got in one of the boats. So he's just been chilling here, really upset. And so we'll have to figure out what to do with him, but... And I did make a fishing rod. So, with all that being said, we'll see where this adventure takes us. My hardcore worlds, I have not had much luck in, but I like the look of this one so far. So, perhaps I will get a bit smarter and learn from my mistakes. Who knows? But all that being said, I've been Evernoob. Thanks for watching, and like if you like, subscribe if you want. With this world, I have not named it yet. I think that should be something kind of do as we figure out what's going on. So if you have name suggestions, leave them in the comments. Maybe we'll build them up over time and have a vote, or if one's just really cool, I might just pick it. I don't know. But yeah, I've been getting a little too ahead of myself, I think, with naming these worlds and then trying to... Oh my gosh, the camera angles. Trying to make the name fit. Last world, the Viking thing, I was really starting to like the way it was coming together. However, I tend to get a little jumpy around mobs and just go for it and do the YOLO thing, when perhaps it is best to be cautious. So I must always be in this sneaking mode. But yeah, I've been rambling way too much now. And I just threw my fishing rod again. So here we go. And bye-bye.